Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, halftime of the Class 5A state championship game. On the halftime show, special guest, a familiar face, a familiar voice, I should say, Don Fischer, voice of the Indiana Hoosiers. Probably not a busier guy in the entire state. He's got college basketball, college football, and tonight you're just a proud dad.
I really am. My son Scott's an assistant coach for Lawrence Central, and he's done a really good job this year, his first year with Lawrence Central back after being a head coach, and he's enjoying it, loving it, and they're doing really well.
It's probably tough for you when IU football is on the road. You're just watching your phone or checking the scores.
Well, that's what we do. I call my wife and let her fill me in. You know, I'm not in that high text area yet, so I let her fill me in, generally speaking. But we do check on it every Friday night. We've been to a few games this year. Don't get a chance to go to all of them, but when we get a chance, we go.
So we mentioned how busy. Now, this afternoon you were in West Lafayette and you drove down here, the Old Oak and Bucket game. Some of you watching at home are probably happy, some are sad. Purdue came away victorious.
No, they did, and they played really well in the final quarter of that contest. I mean, it was a heck of a football game through the first 3 quarters, and then Indiana scored to tie it with about 12 minutes to go in the game, and then the roof caved in on Indiana, and they lost it by 3 touchdowns. So it was disappointing in that respect, but there's a lot of positive feelings about this coaching staff, what Kevin Wilson's been able to do in a short period of time, the improvement they made from a year ago. So we're really excited about the future at Indiana right now.
So now you close the book on football and just focus on basketball, and that's, I'm sure, a fun thing to do right now.
Well, it is. Obviously, Indiana's turnaround last year, the greatest in the history of Indiana basketball, and Tom Crean has done a remarkable job of rebuilding that program and making it one of the best in the country again, which is what all IU fans wanted, and now they're back. Now they've got a chance. They've got to prove themselves. Of course, preseason #1 ranking doesn't mean much except to Indiana fans who love it. But the fact of the matter is this is a really good basketball team, and I can't wait to see them play as the season goes along. And they just came away with 2 huge wins in New York, so that's a real positive start.
You were on the road all Thanksgiving pre-week in New York, and then you had a college football game Saturday. Sunday night, Indiana against Ball State. Coaches show Monday, and then North Carolina, Big Ten ACC Challenge.
It'll be fun. We got a great week upcoming. It's month of November is pretty busy, to say the least, but we enjoy it. This is what you're in this business to do. A lot of play-by-play, especially from my perspective, and I love doing it. It's been a blessing to do it for as long as I've been able to do it, and hopefully get to do it a couple more years.
Certainly someone for all of us broadcasters to look up to. Don Fischer, voice of the Hoosiers, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jeremiah. I appreciate it.
We'll be back with the second half of Lawrence Central against Fort Wayne Snyder in the 5A Football State Championship on the IHSAA Champions Network.